getting ready to go up K-State, take the FCS game. Just tell us a little bit your thoughts on that. You were on the flip side for a long time, and then being on this side with FBS going up to FCS.
Yeah, it's going to be a great challenge for us. You know, the intriguing thing is, you know, we got to play Coach Snyder when we were in the Big 12, obviously, before we switched leagues, and it's the same Bill Snyder, you know, well-disciplined team, very tough. The offensive and defensive linemen are very strong and stout type of kids, and they got really good skill. So it's a lethal combination. You know, he does a great job on third downs, does a great job protecting the football and getting the football. So well-disciplined coach. There's a reason why he won like 194 games. So I ain't only got like 191 to catch them.
Their team, strong running game, strong defense, veteran defense. They 7 turnovers that they got 7 touchdowns on the ground, and they forced I think 5 turnovers and scored off of those. Just tell me a little bit about that defense.
Yeah, three of those turnovers happened inside the green zone, inside the 10 going in, and they do have a great running attack in there. Because what they do is they create extra gas with you because they have a great mobile quarterback. He actually reminds me of a young, you know, Klein, when Klein was there playing for him as a quarterback. A good runner, strong kid, good thrower, but he likes running football. So as soon as you have a quarterback that can run, it creates gap issues for you. And then they get into a wildcat, and instead of putting those little fancy tailbacks in, they put Coach Dimel's son in there, who's a big, thick. Coach Snyder's one of the old dinosaurs that still uses what's called a fullback. So they put him in there, and so he scored. They got those 3 turnovers inside the green zone and scored right on the next play on all 3 of them. So we got to really take care of the football and be cautious of that.
Your week that was, what was it like? Were you able to watch K-State live? Do you do that, or just look on film when you get in the office?
Both.
Yeah.
You know, I do. I try to listen to little things, pick up little idiosyncrasies that you meeting people talk about that might help us, but I've come to find out that it's probably not that true, Chad, so take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we were in here bright and early Sunday morning watching it on video.
North Dakota State got the win at Iowa. I mean, do you show your players that and say, you know, it can be done if you guys do things the right way?
Jim, why would I state the obvious to them? It's an obvious question, and you know, everybody keeps telling me about North Dakota State. I'm worried about K-State right now, but yeah, you can be done. I'll say it to the day I die. That's why the score starts off 0-0. But we have a long way to go. We have to prepare right. We're going to have to be out physical them, and we're going up a very, very physical football team. I know nothing about North Dakota State and Iowa right now, other than the score. I believe it was the last second field goal, I believe. So I don't know about that. I'm in my own little bubble and worrying about the people in purple.
When you were the defensive coordinator in FCS school, when you would play in FBS school, what was the one thing that would concern you that they could come in and maybe do? One of these, be all jacked up for the one game. It's their Super Bowl. What would be one of the things that you would be concerned about?
I would be concerned about?
Yeah, on the defensive side.
I would always be concerned that the lack of sometimes the respect, because all of a sudden you see an FCS, you're a 1AA team. And I was always paranoid about that because I've always believed that no matter who you play, you respect them and you prepare for them. And it's a consistency avenue. So what I'm really trying to stress to our players is it doesn't matter if we're playing Southwest College. I don't mean as disrespect. They're our play down game, I guess you could say. And now we're playing up. There's no difference. The game's about us. It's doing our plan, and our plan to win is protecting the football, being good on third downs, eliminating penalties that we really got to eliminate because we have too many of them. And we do those things, then the scoreboard's going to take care of itself. So the game's about us, and the game's about very, very important for our kids to understand. We can get better every day, and we got to play for 60 minutes.
How do you evaluate your team during the play-up game, as you were calling it? What are the things that you look for?
I apologize. I guess I don't understand what I look for. I just look for to get better. I mean, I want to get better every play, and especially with our team. Our staff and our team being new, it's only our second year into it, and heck, technically we're 1 year and 2 games into it. So I just want to get better every single play. We have our potential is so high, but it's only get high if we get better at, and what I mean by at is the fundamentals, protecting the ball, executing, playing as one, being a good chemistry football team, coaching the little things, attention to detail. And if we get better every single day, eventually everything takes care of itself. So that's what I look forward. It doesn't matter if I'm playing up, down, same level. I shouldn't say 7 level, man, in our league. Some guy asked me the other day, when are we going to start playing top 25 teams? I said, we do. We play like 8 of them. you know? So we just got to get better and take care of ourselves.
The defensive line is really going to get tested, the Bears' defensive line. Are you going to do anything different in there? Maybe sub a bunch of people, try to work things out like a hockey line or something, just try to keep everybody
Yeah,
fresh?
we did that a little bit at your evaluation is good. We did that at Murray. We played about 8 or 9 guys. The difference between the two is Murray, we freshened them up because of the high tempo. Here we got to freshen them up because they might kill us. You know, they manslaughter us. The bug part of all that, though, is, you know, it takes a lot of energy to play defense. You know, I was talking to someone the other day. Defense has to react. Offensive guys they get told what to do and then they go execute. Both teams have to execute, obviously, but it takes a lot of energy to react. So we're always going to be conscious of keeping guys fresh.
What's the role of a linebacker in your defense? And obviously you have your captains and Dylan Cole and stuff back there, but the outside linebacker and what do they have to bring to the table?
Well, I think, you know, Dane, I don't know so much we earhole the inside or outside linebacker, but the linebacker's got to set the front. You know, I think I've always said he's the quarterback on defense because he has to set the front. He's involved in the coverage with the secondary, so he's got to have great communication. And I think what's really a good example for McNeese is Dylan, because you got a young guy with an old guy, and the thing that's special about McNeese right now is mentally he's far ahead of the game. Now he's got a lot of work to do developmentally as far as strength and speed, but mentally he's really good ahead of the curve at this early age. And the other thing that he has that really brings to the table is his instincts. He's got very, very good instincts.